Hello, legends. I haven't been on for a little while, and I am jumping on today to share with you some oily information, of course, relating into the current buy one, get one that doTERRA is running at the moment. But more so because there's actually quite a few items in there that you can get on an ongoing basis. So even though this video that I'm doing now, where are we? October 2025, is relating to a special deal that's on offer at the moment. Um, the content or the information that I'm sharing is for items that you can get ongoing as well. And I just felt like it would be a good idea to jump in and say hello. So, I want to share my screen. Where are we? Definitely tell I haven't done this for a while. Okay, share. Let's have a look at this. So I am sharing with you at the moment from the ebook, which you can get as a part of the deal. This is free downloadable item, which is really, really cool. I love that concept. So let's just zoom in and I'm going to talk to you about each along the way. I'm just going to hide my face so I don't see it. So what we've got here is a deal that runs through until I believe Friday afternoon, so tomorrow afternoon. I'm a little bit late with this, but there have been some people sharing inside the group that we've got, the Essential Hive group, which is the oily education or just the education type group. Um, and this is popping up on mine and Jessie's Beautiful Life page as well. And of course, it's free reign in the YouTube space. But yeah, I'm a little bit late. So you've still got 24 hours to purchase this box if you want to. But again, everything that is on here, you can also purchase down the track, right? So let's talk about each one. So the first day was ice blue and lemongrass, and ice blue essential oil is a blend that doTERRA has put together. Um, in the US, it's called Deep Blue. But yeah, in Australia, because that's where I'm talking to you from, Australia, it is ice blue, and it is the um, soothing, the soothing blend. Where I'm just flicking through a book. Sorry, bear with me. I can't believe how long it's been since I actually did this. Blends, 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 blends. Where are we? Oh, I'll find it in a minute. So the way that I use ice blue, I use it quite a lot for myself personally on my body when it's really, really sore. So ice blue is like um you can get it as a rub as well, and the ice blue rub is like deep heat or Danker rub without the toxins as such. But ice blue as an oil is a extra benefit to our system. It's really going to annoy me. It's a new book, so one would think that it would be easy to find everything in. Not so. But anyway, so ice blue features predominantly in the muscular side of our life. It's going to help you with aches and pains, sprains, all that sort of jazz. Um, it does have camphor in it, but it is white camphor that is in there. So it is mentholy. Okay. It's also got wintergreen in there. So wintergreen is your Chinese aftershave, if you like, or Chanel number 5, as my acupuncturist used to call it. But wintergreen itself is quite warm and it's really, really good for helping the lymphatic system and for congestion, which means that it's going to help with issues that are congested. Think of it that way. So congestion in the joints can represent as a restriction of movement. And when combined with lemongrass, that is perfect, right? So if you're someone who has experience with gout, you want to be picking up some lemon oil for starters and adding that into your water. doTERRA only because we want ones that are food grade, okay? Don't just use the $2 oils. But if you are someone that's suffering with that sort of stuff, or say you've got a calcification build-up in a joint, or you've got calcification build-up in your tissues, even, it's another place you can get it. Lemongrass and ice blue, along with a carrier oil, massaged into your body, amazing, right? Definitely going to help. So that's one of the ways that I use it. I was privy to see it work in action along with the ice blue rub and frankincense. So when it's layered on, it really helps to boost the analgesic properties of it. So it's going to help to calm down our reaction to pain, which really means that it's working in the nervous system. And also, yeah, it helps to calm things down, right? To calm it down, to settle it down. It's also got blue tansy in it. That's why it's blue. If we talk about lemongrass, connective tissue, lemongrass is your joints and ligaments, right? It's really good for connective tissue. Also fantastic for with cypress on an aeroplane or prior to going to an aeroplane, because it helps with the lymphatic side of things as well and the circulation, so you don't get any of those lovely little clots. But lemongrass and cypress, which I know I'm bouncing off here, but lemongrass and cypress is also fantastic for varicose veins as a combination. So that's really cool too. So ice blue and lemongrass were the first deal. And they are part of this box. You buy the box, it means that you get everything that's in the box, then you don't have to purchase day by day. But for those people that have, there's a little bit of information that was on the first day. Now, helichrysum is the other thing that's in ice blue, right? Helichrysum, depends how you want to say it. This stuff is awesome. I love this. I have smelt this oil since day one. Why do I love it so much? Because it's like from, right, everlasting, paper daisies, that sort of stuff. It is amazing for helping the body to heal when there's a hemorrhage. So it's really, really good in terms of bleeding. And when it's combined with everything else that's in ice blue, so with the wintergreen, the white camphor and things like that, it's amazing as a nervine and a neurotonic, and it's just going to boost that analgesic aspect of it. Okay, so again, the ice blue's got quite a few different things in it, few different essential oils in it. I'm sure the more videos that I start to get back into again, the more eloquent my speech will become. However, for those of you that have been around me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go back to this. Deep blue, ice blue is the soothing blend. Muscle, back and joint pain, arthritic and rheumatism and gout. There is the ice blue stick with Copaiba, which actually has a lot of therapeutic goods administration claims around it. So there's a lot of information that we can give you around that too. But I'm just going to give you a high level, right? Pre and post workout. So use it before you go to the gym, use it after, or before you go out and rip everything out of the garden, and then definitely use it after. Great for carpal tunnel and neuropathy. Side note, carpal tunnel is often your first rib being up too high because your shoulders are up around your ears. So relax and bring it down. Bruising, great in a bruise blend. Awesome for broken bones. Great to help with fibromyalgia. You can combine it with lemongrass and with aroma touch, or lemongrass and marjoram, just to give it that little bit of a boost. Massage it on the soles of your feet. Maybe add some lavender too, which is also in this box, to help you with the fibro side of things. Because we know that fibromyalgia, a lot of research around it now, proving what was already known to a lot of people. But fibromyalgia is definitely something that is working in your nervous system. Okay, so if we can get in there and help to calm that nervous system down, ideally, you may experience moments with less pain. Great for whiplash, strains, headache or neck pain, and growing pain. So it's also really good, this is ice blue, to massage into those parts of the body. So let's run across the top. Citrus bloom was the next one that was in there. Now, citrus bloom is a beautiful scent. I really love this one. To me, it smells like sherbet. You're going to hear me say I really love this one, probably about all of them, except for Purify. So I do really like the springtime blend. The springtime blend was put into a deodorant stick at one point. Loved it, just run out of it. But citrus bloom is one of the ones for old school aromatherapy, right? We think about aromatherapy, we think that it applies to just things that smell nice. In the Western world, we are only just remembering that aromatherapy is a form of healing. It's a form of medicine for us. And we can use the nose to bring so much into the body that will assist it, especially in the realm of pain. digress. Citrus bloom is aromatherapy because it smells nice, right? Great for people who may be feeling closed-minded or hopeless. Awesome to calm chaotic environments. Helps with self-worth issues. Maybe this is why I like it so much because I'm often doubting myself. Good as a little bit of a pick-me-up in the afternoon or to switch you from being Mr. Grumpy or Mr. Downer into Debbie Downer into happy person. And it works well as a perfume. Okay, so does balance, but yeah, citrus bloom. Magic in terms of the mental aspect of that one, right? So citrus bloom is probably a big mental health oil. So we've got the ice blue first, fantastic for physical health, citrus bloom, mental health. Now, Purify, one of my least liked oils. I am more than happy to tell you that. But the thing to remember with essential oils is that the way my chemistry responds to it is different to the way that your chemistry responds to it. So just because I don't enjoy the smell of something doesn't mean that you won't enjoy the smell of something. But we also have to get around that concept that it's just about smell because these are therapeutic. So they are providing us a form of plant medicine. They are providing us with a very concentrated and direct solution. Purify is the cleansing blend. When I do use this, situations where I do use this, I use the Purify cleansing blend when I make up a urinary tract infection roller for people to apply to their lower abdomen. It does also feature in a few other blends that I put together for urinary support. There's a reason for that, and that's because of what's in it. I also use it to help with cleaning the laundry. So I will use Purify and the OnGuard cleaner, which you can see there on the screen as well. Less is best, okay? Less is best, not less means you got to use more. No, less is best. Remember that with the OnGuard cleaner, reminding people who are like my husband before you get to the point where you put way too much in the washing machine and the shit goes everywhere and it's sudlocked. Purify is a great cleanser in that regards, all right? So surface cleanser, all that sort of jazz. Now, it has citronella in it. It also has tea tree and it has Siberian fir. And those three are great as a repellent. So it also works quite well to keep the midges at bay and things like that. If you like the smell of it, you can clean your doors, your window frames, all of that sort of jazz with it. It's good with acne. Why? They've got that tea tree in it, but also it's got cilantro and lemon and lime. That's going to help things as well. Germs and microbes. There's a lot of research always going around plants and trying to prove what the ancients have already known. But anyway, you can find all that in there. It does help to absorb odor. That's the lemon and the Siberian fir. Great with the bugs side of things, so bites and stings as well as the repellent. You can add a couple of drops into your laundry to help with odor, but to also help kill germs. You can use it under your arms if you want as a deodorant. Just use a carrier oil with that. And it would work quite well as a lymphatic detox if you like the smell of it. Just put it on the bottom of your feet. And yeah, there's a couple of other things there as well. Helps you to move from being toxic to purified. Think of it that way, right? So I'm going to come back to the supplement in a minute. So let's go down the bottom. Grapefruit. Grapefruit is very, very practical. Please know that if you are on any sort of medication which warns you from using grapefruit, this does not have the same issue. Why? Because it comes from the rind of the fruit, not the flesh. So you can still use grapefruit in your water if you like the taste of it and you want to drink it, or if you're going to use it for weight loss, all of that sort of stuff, it will help you with that. So grapefruit is phenomenal for helping our body to release what it no longer needs. Diuretic, antioxidant, astringent, antitoxic, purifier, and expectorant. So it's going to get stuff out. Very, very good in terms of when you've got progesterone issues. Great for kidneys and for our liver. Fantastic for our liver. It is also in a capsule or a shot glass with ginger and peppermint when you've got a hangover or if you get jet lag. So, and of course, anything that's good with kidneys means that it's good to support your adrenal glands, which a lot of women going down the path of the menopause track or the perimenopause track, and they're complaining about feeling tired. You're tired because your hormone load has been picked up by your adrenals instead of your ovaries. So that puts extra pressure on your adrenals. Your adrenals and your kidneys are a part of the system that gives you your pick up your energy. It's overloaded. Take some of the burden off it. Put some grapefruit in a glass and drink it. Or massage it with basil over your adrenal area on your back. The Coast blend. I haven't had a real lot to do with this one, to be perfectly honest. So it might be a bit of a what would you say? A bit of a surprise, if you like. The Coast blend is the Ocean blend, I think. Yep, Ocean blend. So the Ocean blend, let's have a look in here. But the Ocean blend is really, really nice in terms of clearing the air as well. I do believe that it may have coriander in it. So let's have a look. This book, so this is what I mean with the booklet being really good. You get this as a free download. So the Coast blend, citrus, alpha-pinene, and eucalyptol. I just find it's quite nice to pick up the atmosphere in the house. Probably quite good to do a spring reset with, in that when you're getting around, you want to clear the air. You've got all the dust and the crap that's on the curtains. I'm looking in my house because we really need to do that. But it's really, really good for that type of thing. Diffusing living spaces to create a crisp coastal feel. I can't say that it smells like the coast. I live on the beach at the moment, really close to the beach, and it doesn't smell like that, but who knows? Really good for body scrubs. There you go. And to freshen your linen, of course. So uh, the Coast blend, Inspired Joy Coast blend, and Citrus Bloom. We try the two of them together. I do believe that that was the deal that came that day. So let's just go back a few pages. Next one. Alrighty, so back to our selection. You also get the lavender. So the lavender, now remembering, okay, you're buying one, you're getting one free. The lavender was paired up with the tea tree. So these are classic. Okay, lavender and tea tree are two of the originals, um, especially for an Australian and especially for most people that have been around, anyone that's older. Lavender, we know that it's good for stings, cuts, burns, bites. Okay, good for skin. Tea tree also great for skin, but tea tree is, we think that it is far more antiseptic than what lavender is, but both of them are. All of our oils are antiseptic. Why? They're coming from a plant. They're antibacterial. Plants effectively excrete their essential oil when a bug or something gets on the leaf or onto the flower and begins to attack it and excretes it as a way to repel it. So essential oils, in the simplest of ways, are always going to provide you with some sort of protection. Why? Because that's what they do in nature. So, lavender, Swiss Army knife of the aromatherapy world, is what everybody always says. Lavender, Augustifolia, sedative. For some people, it will help to calm you down. For some people, it does not. It does the opposite. If you are one of those people where lavender hypes you up, which apparently I just found this out recently, but if you're on the spectrum, a lot of us are, if you're on the spectrum, lavender will actually hype you up rather than calm you down. So you use wild orange. Wild orange is a safer, or orange, it's a safer smell. Grapefruit does the same thing. Safer smell, calmer smell, just going to slow you down. So put those two together, lavender and grapefruit. Okay, it helps with anxiety. There's a lot of already existing scientific research around that. It is meant to be great for insomnia. What you might find, but is generally you need to blend. So you might blend lavender and citrus bloom, and it just helps to take the edge off your day, and it also smells beautiful, right? Lavender is the oil of communication, so it helps with that throat area and with your conversations. It is also in a migraine stick that I have been given from a chemist before. lavender and peppermint, phenomenal for that sort of stuff. So if you're buying the BOGO box, you probably want to add in lemon and peppermint is the only other, maybe orange, but lemon and peppermint are definite. So I would add them into this BOGO box purchase. It's only $200 or $210 to get the box, and you get everything that's in it that we're talking about today. But lavender is also good for, apart from what we talked about, the cuts, burns, all that sort of jazz. Put it in your baby's diaper rash cream if you're going to make some nappy cream, that sort of jazz. Not that I can say that I've had any practical experience with making nappy cream, but it's there. I'm sure people would agree with me. Tea tree, Melaleuca, so well known in Australia. And it is one of the essential oils that doTERRA sources from Australia. Amazing for viruses, great for ulcers, good for canker and cold sores. Canker sores, cold sores, same thing. Herpes virus. Now, let's play with this language a little, shall we? The herpes virus. Back in 2021, 2020, if you were someone who would test positive to a virus that was floating around at the time, you may have actually already had an underlying issue with cold sores. So you can unpack that yourself. But tea tree is one of the oils that you could probably always have in your pocket, right? It also helps to protect our energy. It helps to guard our heart, and it just helps to pick you up and feel better. That's what I find anyway. It could be that I like the smell because it's so fresh and it's cleansing. It's good for colds and flus. It's definitely one that you put in your diffuser when people are unwell or clean with. So put some tea tree with some On Guard cleaner into a spray bottle, bit of water, spritz it around, clean your benches with it, clean things with it. Really, really good for that. With 12 times the antiseptic power of a phenol, Australian Aborigines have used tea tree for centuries, often crushing leaves in their hands and inhaling the aroma for colds and illnesses. I always do that. I go to a tree and I crush the leaf, or I just touch the leaf because I want to smell it, especially rosemary. I've got such a fascination with rosemary bushes. There's different kinds, but but you can touch the ones with the long leaves and it smells like normal rosemary. I'm so off track today. Or you can touch the leaves of one that's much shorter and it's a bit of a peppery rosemary and it smells delicious, absolutely delicious. Anyway, tea tree. Antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, hint, hint, antiviral, hint, hint, analgesic, and a decongestant. So again, going to help you with pain. So maybe combine tea tree and ice blue when you've busted yourself fairly well and you might feel a little bit better. So let's have a look at the other things that are on the screen. We've got the On Guard cleaning concentrate. Please remember again, less is best, just a small amount. I went to the laundromat the other day because our washing machine at the moment is a little bit broken, and the machines at the laundromat, they're semi-clean. But they also want you to now buy their laundry powder, which smells revolting. And I forgot to take some of our own. So I did have the doTERRA On Guard cleaner in my bag with my towels and things. And I just used a squirt of that and some lemon, a few drops of lemon essential oil, and it cleaned everything perfectly. The way I know it cleaned, because it smelt fresh, but there was also a lack of smell. So there was a lack of a dirty smell, which is cool. Copaiba Touch, that's free in the BOGO box, so you don't get that if you just do day by day. That only comes with the BOGO box. Copaiba is our alternative to CBD. That's the short version. Why? Copaiba works on the endocannabinoid system throughout the body as well, and it shares constituents with CBD. However, it doesn't have all of the other aspects that CBD are known for, or cannabis is known for. So Copaiba is an amazing leveler of your body. It is going to help your body to feel calm. It will help your body with aches and pains, and it just helps you to rest. I use Copaiba to help me to sleep. And if I have the roller, I will roll it up the back of my neck. If I have hurt myself doing something insane, I will use Copaiba straight away and then I'll put ice blue on top. But Copaiba is my go-to for anybody that comes into the clinic with pain. They all get Copaiba put on them because it is such a gentle and calm essential oil that I've never met anybody who has an allergic reaction to it. You can hardly smell it. When you do smell it, to me, it smells a little bit like, this might sound weird, but it smells like ham, like it smells like a meat, but it's not. It's from a tree in the Amazon. Old knowledge, right? Brazil. Copaiba. Top uses, pain and inflammation, arthritis, gout, and muscle cramps. So again, going to give us that side of things. Copaiba is phenomenal to help us with issues within our body where our cells have mutated and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Copaiba and frankincense together are both resins from a tree, super powerful for going into the body and helping the body to process and remove what it no longer needs. And then from this box, you would be putting a drop of grapefruit in your water and you would be using the MetaPWR Assist, but we'll get that to that last. So Copaiba, awesome for tendonitis. Going to work really well with ice blue for bone spurs and stuff like that. Very good for a dopamine deficiency and addiction. So the interesting thing with essential oils, and I know that I said this especially with Copaiba in the levels is out, if you are low, the idea is it balances you out. So it's probably going to bring you up that little to your homeostatic point, so to that level point. If you're hyper, it's going to bring you down to that homeostatic point. So the body will always seek balance and equilibrium, even though we throw it off continuously. And in our modern world, it's just an onslaught, an influx of stuff all the time, right? Copaiba is also, and this is on the research notes for the soft gels, because you can get it in soft gel too. Copaiba is amazing for respiratory function. Have had a few people where they've been coughing quite a lot. They use their Copaiba, it calms all that sort of stuff down. Really good to support intestinal and gut issues. So some people call it Copaiba. But this particular plant, this particular tree, the resin from this tree helps with viral infections, but also more think about the gut, okay? It's going to help us with that gut reset. So being in a roller is fantastic. Roll it up the back of your neck for your pain. The neck and the base of the skull, housing the nerves, communication centers, they're going to help go where it needs to go. Roll it around your belly button and around your tummy if your tummy doesn't feel right or if you've got issues in there, okay? Roll it on your face if you want help with collagen and healing. And roll it over your heart if you feel like you've got issues in that department as well. What I would suggest, if you want to use it to help you with your heart health, I would use Copaiba and marjoram together. Potentially cananga or ylang ylang, but some people have an issue with that smell. So Copaiba and marjoram, quite earthy and grounding, rubbing them over the left side of your body, allowing the aroma to enter through your nose. It's just going to calm that system and help your heart as well. So if we flick now to the final thing on the screen, which is our MetaPWR Assist. MetaPWR Assist provided as a metabolic support, okay? So support metabolic health and function. What does that mean? It means that it normalizes blood glucose. It's helping with the insulin side of our life. The reason why I said you would combine that with Copaiba, probably grapefruit, maybe a bit of frankincense, but definitely in the area of cells which have gone a bit rogue in your body, is because of the assistance with digestion that you get. Now, there's two things in here that help with that. Berberine hydrochloride is one of them. Berberine. You need to know about berberine to assist you with your liver health. I'll just leave that there. And mulberry leaf extract. So mulberry leaf is well known throughout the Ayurvedic side of things. So Ayurvedic medicine, for those that don't know, that's one of the main medicine systems that I studied. But that is going to help your body to process what it doesn't need. Use copaiba, grapefruit, maybe a little bit of frankincense, and it's just going to help to break down that stuff. Mulberry leaf also helps to break down carbohydrates, which your body doesn't really want to break down or can't effectively use. Whole lot of video coming around that. Now, the other thing that's also got in there is cinnamon, and cinnamon bark helps with blood sugar. We know that already, okay? So whenever I talk about things leveling you out or any of that sort of jazz, it's just bringing you back into balance, okay? Can see my puppy dog doing weird things over there. So that's the BOGO box. What I would suggest that you do if you want to get hold of it and you aren't already a member of doTERRA is to go to doTERRA.com, click become a member, and I'd love it if you come and join my oily crew, which means that you'll get to a point where it will potentially ask you if you have a Diamond Club ID or if there's a wellness advocate that you want to be connected to. And yes, you can come join my little party. My doTERRA ID number is 2320102. Otherwise, you can just go talk to the person that perhaps shared this video with you, and they will show you how to organize things. That's if you don't have a doTERRA wholesale account already. If you do, just log on. Do this as part of your LRP, which I've already done a video on in the past, and I will pop in the description of this. And yeah, happy days. Just remember, you've only got until Friday the 24th in the evening to get hold of this. Like I said, it's about $200. Not a bad deal. Actually, it is a really good deal, especially if you're someone that's just getting started out and you don't have a lot of essential oils. Start to add these into your collection. You get a supplement that's going to help you with your health, especially your digestive and your metabolic health. You're going to get a cleaner that you can use to clean your house with, and you're going to get a Copaiba roller stick that's going to help you with your pain. And majority of people have pain. So I hope that you enjoyed this little presentation today. Let's pop this up so I can see where I'm up to. And I shall stop sharing. And yeah, thank you very much for coming along on this little adventure exploring the BOGO box, the current BOGO offering that doTERRA has at the moment. I hope that you enjoyed that educational content. Remember that it is educational content. And if you would like more information in terms of your own specific health requirements, then perhaps we either need to make a time to talk individually, or you need to become friendly with ChatGPT and ask it to pull the resources together that you need to go and take to your healthcare professional who may not necessarily know that much about aromatherapy and nutrition, but don't expect them to give you an answer straight away. Or you can just start to hook in with a natural health practitioner and begin to learn about using nature as a support to your health. I shall be seeing you again soon. See ya.